As you guys might have noticed, I don't play the British tree all that much. Accounting for how long British tanks have been in the game, they're probably my least played overall. There are a few reasons for that. First, solid shot is generally pretty painful. Even after being buffed a few times, it's still way worse than the APHE. Second, most of the vehicles are pretty bland. There are a few outliers here and there, but most of them aren't very interesting. One notable exception is the Excelsior, an event heavy tank. It's still a bit boxy, but I find it strangely likable. It's one of the few event vehicles I missed out on, and I always thought it would be nice to own. It looks pretty clean visually speaking, and whenever I saw people playing it, they always seemed to have a good time. Unfortunately, there's no real way to get it. I don't believe coupons were given out for it, so there are no sale offers on the marketplace. The best I could do is get a test drive from Gaijin. I played a fair number of games with it. Before I start rambling, I'm gonna play a really short gameplay montage, since people like that apparently. There was one thing that stuck out to me almost immediately. I was always the only Excelsior on the team, and I realized that the last time I saw an Excelsior in battle was probably 2018. According to Thunder Skill, it's only been used in 40 battles in the past month. It's worth noting that Thunder Skill doesn't have all the data, as it only logs the stats of players that are searched, but I reckon most people who own the Excelsior are probably on it. Event tanks are usually pretty popular, and the event to get the Excelsior is one of the easier ones, so why is it barely used at all? I have a few guesses. First, most people don't have time to grind every reward for these events, so they focus on either the ground or air rewards. During the event, the air rewards were much more attractive. For the first ground reward, it was just a Russian Matilda with a better gun, and for the second reward, it was the Excelsior, which most people probably thought was an up-armored Cromwell. I'm basically a ground-only player, and even I only went for the air rewards. The PV2 and Yak-3T weren't exactly new vehicles, but they were more unique, and definitely more powerful. Event vehicles are usually extremely powerful, especially the low tier ones. When event vehicles are really powerful, people are more likely to spend money on them. While the Excelsior is far from bad, it isn't nearly as powerful as most other low tier event vehicles. Playing it is honestly a roller coaster of emotion. One second you'll be tanking shots left and right, getting 10 kill games and having a blast. The next, you'll immediately get one-tapped by Panzer IV or something. The Excelsior is a lot like the T14 or Jumbo. It's got a short 75, it's decently mobile, and has a lot of frontal armor. There are a few critical differences though. For one thing, the Excelsior's armor is totally flat. The T14 and Jumbo have angled armor. Second, the Excelsior uses solid shot, so it does a lot less damage on average, and has to aim more carefully. Third and most importantly, the Excelsior doesn't have a vertical stabilizer. This is extremely important. When you're playing the T14 or Jumbo, keeping on the move drastically improves your survivability. It makes it much harder to hit your weak spots. For the Excelsior, it has to come to a stop for engagements. Because of this, in the time that I played it, I had my barrel sniped out more times than I could count. For the average player, I don't think it would be very fun to play, especially with the KV1 spam. For the KV1 in particular, it's just annoying to fight. Not difficult, annoying. Because of solid shot's damage, it takes at least 3 or 4 shots to kill KV. Overall, I think the Excelsior is just above average, but that's how event vehicles should be. When I do well in the Excelsior, I feel like I earned it. I can't say the same about Object 279. It provides the fun experience of tanking a lot of shots, but if the enemy is at least somewhat smart, they can take it out pretty easily. Anyway, that's about all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.